Welcome back everybody, this is Danny Code, and we are going to play a little colony survival today. Now I think I've had this game in my library for I think over a year now, and it is still in early access. However, in the last week or so there's been a pretty big major update. So with that said, I thought it would be a good time to introduce it to the channel and see how you guys like it. Do maybe a 2 or 3 video series on it, and if you guys like it, if it goes over well, then we can extend that to a pretty big playthrough of sorts and go from there. Anyways, so we're gonna do single player. However, I would like to explore the multiplayer as well. So if we click on this, we can see that the multiplayer, this is kind of set up like a lot of the other games that I play, where I can host a server, or there's maybe an official server that we can kind of play on. So what I'd like to do eventually, if it does do well on the channel, is open up my own server and have you guys come along and help me build my colony, basically. So, or I can help you build your colony. Either way. So yeah. So we can do LAN, internet, LAN, friends, and yeah. So a lot of good possibilities there. Okay. So, but like I said, we're going to do single player, and if you guys are unfamiliar with this game so far, if you've never seen it, this is a good jumping off point. So this is a good starter video to watch, because I'm just going to go through like the basics and just go from there, and there's just a ton to learn. So let's go ahead and jump right in. We'll do a single player, and we'll do a new world. And what are we going to name our world? I will name you, I will dub thee Danny Code Bergie? Danny Code Bergie? Sure, why not? Okay, so now with this game it's a bit of a survival game, so as the name implies, and you're building a colony, so it is a well-named game. So, but the survival is monsters. So you have zombies that come and attack you, and you can have them attack in the daytime. We're not going to have that. Or you can have them just attack at night, and we'll just do a normal. By the way, if you guys want to play along with the same map, here is the world of seed. So you guys, if you input this, you can have the same map that we are playing on. I'm going to do no mods. Not yet. Anyways. So we're going to keep that. We're going to keep it vanilla. So we're going to keep this playthrough vanilla for a while. All right. So everything is good there. So let's go ahead and hit play. And yeah. So this game is like really cool. So it reminds me a lot of Minecraft in like the graphics and the way that you build and things like that. But it is a survival, and so there's differences. Anyways. So once you open up the game, you'll see this little tutorial thing here. I will go through all of this, so we won't need to read through that. So let's go ahead and just close that. All right, so here we are. Here is, so you can see it is very much like Minecraft in the way that it looks, and also the way that you can, do this. You can get stuff like that. So you can dig. And yeah, so I'm going to look for a nice flat spot, and this is really nice right here. So I want to kind of be near that water as well. So I'm looking for a nice flat spot just to start the colony. And yeah, so I think we're just going to make our way down there. And I'm not going to do any mining or any collecting just before we do the colony, just quite yet, because I think, even though when we plant our flag for our colony, I think we're going to do it right in here. This is a perfect spot. It's nice and flat between 2 water sources, and that'll come in handy, by the way, the water sources. And they don't really need to be too close, because I'm going to show you what I can do here. So with the water dynamics in this game, so if we go down here, we can actually make the water flow to wherever we want it to go. So if we did that, you can have it flow like that. So we can build this aqueduct of sorts, just like that. So we can actually do it towards the colony, but just to save us some time, I think we're going to use maybe this flat area here just to start building the colony. Yeah, this is perfect, actually. Okay, so I'm just going to plant the flag. There's a berry bush. We'll get that. So I think I'll plant the flag just right here. So now 1 is, if you hit 1, you see my toolbar down at the bottom here. It is, if 1 is the command tools, 2 is the banner tool. So that is where we're gonna, hit the flag, put the flag down for our colony. And then everything else is just a quick bar, just like that. Okay, so 2, and then we will start a new colony here. Colony name, that seems fine to me. Create the colony, and there we go. All right, so as you can see now, we have the flag there, and then out from the flag, I think it's 30 tiles. I'm not going to count that, but I think it's 30 tiles from the flag. We have this border. So this border, let's just do 3 there. So the border, if you hit 2, you can see where the border of your colony is. And that border, anything outside that border is where zombies can spawn. So anything inside the border is where zombies will not spawn. So I'm going to build up a wall around here, but I'm not going to build it all the way out here just quite yet. We'll just keep it small for now. And if I go here, yeah, so our colony goes to this section here. What I'm going to do is, let's just clear, nope, I didn't want to do that. Let's just clear out these berry bushes. We're not really going to need these berry bushes. I'm not going to need any of this. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to map out, I think we should have, I'm going to press I for inventory. Here's our inventory menu, by the way. And once you start the colony, you actually get this inventory. Before you start the colony, you just have your what's in your quick bar here. But as you can see, we have stuff already for us. So this is like our starter stuff. And we also have things that we can craft. So we can craft these things ourselves by just clicking on them. So we crafted some tools there. We can have some tools here, and we craft some bits or parts, copper nails, and things like that. We can also craft, these are going to be important, so the bed. So we're going to craft, I think, 5 of those. Let's put this down in our bar here. Put these things away because we're not going to need these just quite yet, not in our quick bar anyway. Sand we don't need. So that'll free up some stuff in here, but what we do need, what I'm going to use, and I don't want to use that as well, we're going to use the stone bricks right now. We're going to do this, I'm going to go ahead and mark off, and it is getting dark already, so I'm going to have to watch out for zombies as well. But it's pretty, it ramps up. So the bigger your colony, the more zombies come and kill you, or try to kill you. So I'm going to mark off the edges, like the corner of the maps here. So here, we'll just build it up like that. And then I'm also going to put on a light, a little torch, like this. There we go. So there's one. So there's one of the edges there. So we'll go down here and we'll mark off the edge over here. Like so. Oops. It is right there on that one. Just like so. Like that. Perfect. Alright, where's my other edge here? Yeah, it's getting really dark. We do have a flashlight, so we can use that. Alright, and that is just here. So 3. No, I wanted 4. There we go. Perfect. All right, put a little thing here, and this is like kind of important. I like doing it. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't put a thing near the flag. Where's the flag? I can't see the flag. Where are you? There it is. Put one here. Put a there. There we go. Perfect. I can find it again. All right, so there's that one, and let's see where our other thing is here. It's just here, right there. So that should be the edges of the colony, and I'm watching out for, actually we don't need that one. Yeah, so let's just do 4, 5. There we go. Perfect. All right, so there is the edges of our colony. Now, I promise it gets more exciting than this. I'm just on the lookout for those darn whatchalls. And I don't think they come before you actually get your start adding colonists. So yeah, so we should be okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to build up just a little area here, and this will be the area for the beds. And the fighting dynamic of this, I'm gonna surround the flag, by the way. So the zombies, what they do is they come and try to kill your flag. So basically is they try to capture your flag. And once they capture your flag, I think it's pretty much all done. Although I don't think I've ever lost that far. So I'm only thinking that's what's gonna happen. And on the way, they will kill colonists or anything else in their way. So that is what's going on there. So I'm just gonna mark out a little area here. And then I'm going to start building beds. And when you build a bed is how you get colonists. So however many beds you have, that's how many colonists you have. All right, so we're going to do this. And why I'm doing this is because zombies cannot, where do I want the door? I want the door, I think just right here. So there we go. So the zombies cannot go over 2 tiles high, so they will not be able to jump these walls. Let's just do this. I find it easier to actually build by just going backwards like that, and we may actually run out of stone, but we can get some more by digging underneath the ground. Yeah, so there we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig, I'm going to start digging just in this little corner here, and we'll make a little mine shaft, or start a little mine shaft. Just like this. We'll do it 3 wide. Just like that. We'll take off this roof as well. I should probably just make it 1 wide for now. Yeah, I'm going to do that just for time's sake. And then you can see here, now we have stone, right? So now if we dig this up, we dig the stone up just like this. I'm just going to go down a little further here. And once you go down far enough, you will start seeing resources like iron and copper and coal and just a bunch of other type of resources and things like that. So we're just going to get enough to keep on building that wall for now, to make sure that we don't have zombies coming in when we do build the beds. Just like that. I'm going to try to keep the digging and stuff like that down to a minimum, just so you guys don't get too bored. Because I would kind of get bored if I actually just saw someone digging on here. But we should get enough for, how many do we have now? We have 41. Let's go ahead and get at least 50 more, or at least 50 here. And just grab enough to finish that wall off. And as you can see, I think that is copper right there. And we'll go ahead and start, yeah, there's another copper there. We'll go ahead and start this kind of as our mining floor. That is tin right there, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So we have copper and tin. Now we have different stuff at different levels. So I just want to build out a room here. And I think that will be the ceiling. It only really needs to be 2 high, 3 high if you want to see what's above the colonist's head, and I'll show you what I mean by that in just a minute. But we'll do this one 4 high, just so we can get some of the resources here. I'm going to go ahead and fill in that bit just by doing that. Perfect. Okay. So I think we should have enough to finish off our wall. So let's go back up. It looks like it's daytime, so we're starting to be daytime here. Oops. And I also cannot jump up more than 1. So I have to kind of do a ladder thing here myself. Just like that. So there we go. So just like the zombies, I can't go over 2 tiles. I can't jump over 2 tiles high. Also, when we have the colonists, they will not be able to do that as well. So let's go ahead and finish this wall off. Hopefully I have enough stone now. Just like so. I think I may need some more stone. No, we should be alright. Just got it, I think. Oops. Perfect. Okay, so let's go in here. Alright, so now the only place where the zombies can come in is here. Let's go ahead and put a ladder up here, or step, so they can only come in here. So what I'm going to do eventually is I'm going to make a little bit of a maze. I'm going to put some archers here, or no, some slingers. So they'll guard and they'll kill the zombies coming in. And what I'm eventually going to do is put a little maze here. And I'll show you what I mean by that, but that slows down the zombies. Anyways, okay, so let's do the beds. So let's put the beds in. We're just going to put them just along this wall, I think. And R to rotate, by the way. We'll put in all 5. And now we can actually hire 5 colonists. Now, to do that, what we're going to do, we're going to hire some colonists that will guard us first. So to do that, we're going to go into our command tool, which is the 1 key. And then if you left click, you go into this command tool menu. We're going to pick guard, and you have daytime slingers and nighttime slingers. So we're going to need one of both for now. So let's put our nighttime slinger here, and then we'll put our daytime slinger right here. And it's telling us we don't have enough colonists yet, but we'll fix that in just a second. Guard, and then a daytime slinger right there. As you can see, their boxes are a little bit different colors. So the nighttime slinger has a little bit darker box, and then the daytime slinger has a little bit lighter box. Also, to let the daytime slinger get up there, we're going to put another stair there. Okay, so now we're going to hire, and we can just go to 2, click, and then recruitment, and then hire to fill all jobs. And here they are. Here's our 2 slingers. So one slinger is probably going to go to bed because he's the nighttime slinger. So he went to bed. There he goes, just laying down on the job. And our daytime slinger is now guarding the tower, or our keep, I should say. I don't know what it is. It's our little thing, our keep, I guess. So he's guarding there. So if any of the zombies come in, he will shoot them down like they didn't need to be there. Okay, down here, just expand this room. Get enough to replace all that dirt, so it'll make it look nice. And with this process, we probably find some more resources and things like that. So the first things that you want to do when you get a game, or when you start a new game, is you want to definitely, like I just did there, get your guards up. And then the next thing you want to do is you want to do food. So we're going to go ahead and do our berry farms. So we're going to do some berry farms. But I don't think we have enough room to make a very large berry farm just quite yet. Let's get up here. I'm going to put some stairs there in a minute. But yeah, so I don't think we have enough room for a full berry farm. So what I'm going to do, let's just go ahead and put a step up here so I can get out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a berry farm here, and then I'll expand our keep. So let's go ahead and do that. So command tool and food, and the berry farm is the only one we can do right now. And let's go ahead and build it. So I think it's 48 is our biggest. Yeah, so 8 times 6, 48. So that's our biggest. So we'll do 1 berry farm. Let's do 2 berry farms, actually. Close. Do 2 berry farms. Yeah, just right here. Just like that. Okay, so we have 2 berry farms, and we're also going to need, and I'll explain all this in a minute why I'm doing this, but I also want some crates. Get about 5 or 6 of those. So these crates are going to be our stockpile. So when the berry farmer farms the berries, he will go over, he won't have a far way to go if I go ahead and put a crate here. Otherwise, what would happen is he would have to go all the way to the flag and put it there. So that just saves him some time to go and do that. So what we're going to do here, and it's coming nighttime, so let me just take this off here. So that will not allow, or that will disallow the zombies to come in, so they'll still have to go in. So if I had that crate there, the zombies can come in just like this, just like I'm doing right now. But if I didn't, they can't come in because it's too high. There's 2 blocks high. All right, so let's go ahead. I'm going to start building the wall out. Oh, you know what? I didn't do this berry farm just quite right, did I? Let me go ahead. Let me redo these. I want to just kind of redo these. Oops. There we go. Remove area. Very easy to remove areas. I want to do it so because that wall I'm going to extend, but I want berry farm to be, yeah, so we'll do that. We'll do the berry farm just like that. We'll put it up right to the wall there. It's fine. Just like that. And then we'll do 1, so we'll have this little walkway in the middle. Just like that. Perfect. Okay, so then we'll put the crate here, and let's go ahead and extend this wall. And how many, so wait a minute. How many are the berry farms? The berry farms are 1, so it'll go out to at least, let's go here. Like that. Okay, so that's marking off my territory there. Now we really definitely need to watch out for zombies because they will definitely be coming now. So I am going to be on the lookout for them, and they will attack me as well. So if I am, they will attack me first when I'm out here. So they're going to come after me more than they'll come after the flag. So I gotta watch because they'll beat up on me. I don't want that. I don't want to be hurt. I don't want to be hurt by a zombie. No zombies. All right. Dink, 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 and dink, dink, dink. Okay. Now we just have to make this too high, and we can actually then start getting rid of that middle wall. I'm very bad at building today for some reason. Try this. Yep, there's, ooh, I thought I saw a zombie. I don't think I see him. Let me see how my guy's doing here. So the zombies are going to be able to get in, by the way, because I have this here. So I really got to watch out. How you doing, George? I should give you a light, shouldn't I? Let me give you a light. Let's see here. We will put a light just here. Put one on the other side of you. Perfect. Now you can see the zombies coming. You see anybody? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, okay. Tell me down in the comments what I should name our slingers, by the way. What should we name them? Okay, so again, I need to be wary. So I need to guard this sector over here. Let's go ahead and put down some light so I can actually see myself. Oh, there's a zombie right there. So we can actually go up to the zombies and just beat them. We can also, if we wanted to, get a sling ourselves and do it. But I'm going to go ahead and not do that. So there's not going to be too many just quite yet. So I'm not going to be too worried about it. All right, so let's continue to do this. Try to get this closed off as quick as possible. There we go. So the zombies don't get in. There we go. Perfect. All right, let's crawl over to the front here. See how Bobby Jones, is that Bobby Jones? All right, so now what we can do, wait, it's on this sector, yeah. So now what we can do is we can just take out this wall here. Take out all that, reclaim all this. Reclaim that, don't need that anymore. So what I'm going to do eventually here is I'm going to build a wall all the way around our perimeter. So then we'll have enough room for basically anything. And then eventually we can expand our perimeter as well. So as you can see now our berry farms are enclosed and they will work just fine. I do need to fill that hole. There we go. Because that's just silly. All right, very cool. So now what we need to do, let's go ahead and hire our berry farmers. And we're going to hire to fill all jobs. We can do it manually by recruiting, or we can do it to fill all beds. So that'll hire 3 instead of 2. But we just need the 2. And as you can see up in our upper right hand corner there, we got total meals 56, points, ammo. So the ammo is basically the slings, the rocks that these guys will be throwing at the zombies. And even though the zombies only come out at night, there will be a few during the day. So there'll be like a little kind of switch over between the day and night. So the daytime slinger will take care of those. All right, very cool. So now we got food, and we got some beds, we got our slingers. So the next thing I want to do is I want to start production, right? So I'm going to go ahead and just put where is it here? I know we have one. That's a science lab. But what I want is this. So I want a workbench. I don't have any in my inventory yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to crank out one of those, put it in my doohickey here. Oh, you know what I did forget to do? Let's go ahead and give these guys a crate like that. Actually, I'm going to put it right there. Perfect. So I'm going to put another crate here, and then I will put right next to it the crafting table. So what's going to happen? You're going to bed, aren't you, buddy? Well, good night. I will see you during the twilight there. I guess. I was going to say morning, but no, that's not right. All right. Recruit to fill all jobs. So here is our crafter. And as you can see, if we click on this, then you can see what he's going to start building if he has the resources. And then he'll go over to the crate, build. So he's going to start building some slings. But as you can see, he'll build up until 5 slings. And this is a very important. So this is the importance of the crafting. So he'll do these first, and then he'll go over to like firewood and whatever. So this is the ammo, by the way, the sling bullets. These are made from, as you can see, stone bricks. So we don't have any in our inventory. So now I have some in my personal inventory. As you can see, I have 52. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and give this to, as you can see, we have 0, but now we have 52. So if we click on this again, now you can see we have it in our inventory. There we go. So he'll be able to do that. So he's crafting some tools right now. So he'll go ahead and do this whole list if he can. So he does all those things. So that's very cool. So he'll keep us in ammo, he'll keep us in tools and things like that. He'll actually make beds and whatnot. So basic essentials. So that's very cool. All right. So we're off to a banging start. What I want to do now is I want to turn my attention to mining, because we definitely need to start mining. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to grab this and then go down like this, because I think I miscalculated just 1 here. Yeah, there we go. So I think that'll work a little bit better. Cool. That works. And as like I said, I'm going to replace this stuff with stone, but really we don't have a lot of stone right now. Let me go ahead and just break this out. All right, so it is very dark down here. So if I turned off my light, it's very dark. So we're going to need to give the miners some light. So we'll go ahead and we'll just pop one right there. Looks good. So we're going to start mining. We're going to start mining copper and tin. But to do that, I do want to put a crate here. So these guys won't have to go all the way up here, and then I'll come all the way down when they're mining. So let's go ahead and put on 2 more jobs here. And we don't want to do the miners, and miners only come in just one variety. Whatever you put them over is what they mine. So we'll go ahead and put rotate this way. Go ahead and put him there, and then we'll put a buddy of his, not too close, we'll put him there, give him a little breathing room in between. And there we go. So then now, we're going to have 2 more beds, right? Ooh, it's kind of dark here as well. Let's put a light. We'll put a light right there. Perfect. There we go. So that'll light their descent. Do that. Do that. There we go. That'll work. Is that what I wanted to do? Yeah, that'll work. Whatever. All right. We'll eventually kind of redo this. Okay, so we need 2 more beds for 2 more miners. So we have, let's see if we have them in our inventory. Now, if you look at this too, he'll make beds. He'll make 5 beds and put them in inventory. So let's see if we have any now. We don't, but we can craft them. So let's do 1. Oh, we can only do 1. So we need, what else do we need for beds? Oh, there we go. So he's making whatever needs. So we'll just do the 2. That works as well. So we'll go ahead and put you guys here. There we go. 1 and 2. All right, so I'm keeping a close eye on our meals. We only have 57 there, so total meals. So that's kind of new in the greater scheme of things. So, and as you can see here, if we right click on here, they will do berry meals. So they're doing berry meals. So we have 4 in stockpile now, and needs berries. So they will do the berries, and then they will make the berry meals. So that's good. So we're gonna need maybe a couple more berry farms, I think, as well. So we're gonna, I think we have room here for just 1 more, maybe room here for another one. If I'm careful, yeah, I think we have room for 2 more. So I'm gonna do that. Let's go ahead and hire those miners. And then do 2 more berry fields here, I think. Yeah, so let's do berry fields, food, because you really don't want to run out of food. It's no good. It's no good. Yeah, just enough room, I think. How's that look? So that's not optimal. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make the door up here and then move these guys, I think. But let me go ahead and put 1 more berry field here. And you can do 3D fields, by the way. Not really too sure how those work, but yeah, you can do them. All right, so we're gonna need, let's go ahead and move. Let's go ahead and move 1 of these beds. We're gonna have to get you out. Do this like that. We'll just kind of bunk beds here, just like that. That's fine. Okay. There we go. Okay, this is not optimal. This is not very good, but this will get the job done for now until we can actually expand, and we can move all this stuff. It's fairly simple. All right, so let's go ahead and I'm gonna make the door just right here, but yeah, he's shooting at somebody, isn't he? Did you get somebody? Yeah, there's a dead guy there. Okay. All right, so we're gonna do. Let's go ahead. We're gonna put the door here, so that means let's go ahead and put a guard. Not a berry farmer, guard. There we go. We'll put our daytime slinger here. Just here. Then there's a zombie. Hello, zombie. So that'll be the door. This will be the nighttime slinger. Oops. Remove. Guard. Nighttime slinger. Perfect. All right, so let's go ahead and put step up. Just grab some of this. As you can see too, we're getting some copper now and some tin. So that's very cool. Let's go ahead and just do. So I split that up by right clicking it, by the way. So we just left some in the pile there. Let's go ahead and do that. And that. And then let's go ahead and remove these jobs. And I'm gonna have to do this kind of fast. So let's go ahead and remove. Thank you. And then he'll go over and do that other one. So I want to go ahead and build that, like that. Oh, you're going to bed? What are you going to bed for? Did I not? Nighttime? Daytime? It's weird. Okay. No, sir. And the good thing, the weird, or not good thing or weird, the other thing about the zombies is that they have different types as well. So eventually you'll get these green ones, the green shirt ones, where I think it's like double the amount of damage they take. So right now they're not too bad. So there's a berry farmer. So are we gonna get a... So he's going down there. You're doing berry farming. You know what it is? I know what it is. Because I put the 2 berry farms in, and now we don't have any guards. That's why. Okay, problem solved. So let's go ahead and we need 2 more beds, I guess. And then we should have guards. So we'll put the beds. We will put the beds. Make sure there's no more zombies out here. Look, how you doing? There we go. Let's just go ahead and put 1 bed here for now. And then what I'm going to do is I want to really put all the beds kind of underground here. We're going to make a little cavern. We're going to put the beds in there. Alright, so let's go ahead and recruit. So that should get us our nighttime or daytime. I'm not really sure what you're going to do, buddy. So he gets food, and then he's going to go... Okay, so he's the daytime one. Yep, he's daytime. Okay, so that was it. It's because I put the 2 berry farms in, and I didn't consider that when I was doing the employment roster. Alright, so he should take care of them. So let's go down here. And we can see our guys are mining. Happy faces, guys. Happy faces. Alright, so what I'm going to do, too... is we're going to go ahead and I don't want it too far. Actually, no. I want it up here a little bit. I still want it in the stone, so we're going to start just, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll start here. So this will be the ground floor for the bedroom, basically, the underground bedroom. And we're going to do it 3 high and 5 across. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Say 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll go this way with the next one. So that'll be it. Okay, so there we go. So this will be the bedroom. Let's just do 1 more here. Just like so. Nope, didn't want to do that. Just clear the rest of this out, and then we'll start putting beds here. And eventually I'm going to take those beds from the top and put them here. So let's put our first bed here. So then we can get our nighttime slinger. Just like that. Take that out. I actually want to put in, can I put, fine for now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to enclose it here, I think. Kind of like this. There we go. So then they just have the way out here. Okay, cool. All right, so that's 1 bed for there. And we should be now able to hire our other slinger. So let me take these beds as well. Let's start taking them down there. There we go. And let's go ahead and go down. And if you fall too far, by the way, you will get hurt. So let's go ahead. We're going to have to do out more here, I think. There we go. So let's just dig out some more. Just like that. We have 3 more to put. And I'm just going to keep on digging and making this room a little bit bigger. Eventually we'll kind of make it a 2-room, like a duplex sort of thing. Okay, so that should be enough for now. Let's go ahead and put the rest of the beds in. Just like that. Hey, I want you there. There we go. Alright, so now the colonists will go sleep underground. So that'll free up a little space here. Alright, very cool. We have our guards guarding. Let's go ahead and replace these lights here. Grab these. And then I want to put one on each corner. One there. Oops, no. One there. One there. And let's take you out for now. Because I want it to look like someone planned on doing it. Put one here. Put one on the other side of this gentleman here. Okay. So now we're off to a darn good start. So what I want to do now, though, is I want to start putting on... I want to start doing the maze. So how I do the maze is I go ahead and I'm actually no, hold on. Where is our edge? Our edge is way the hell out here. So I think what I want to do, yeah. So when I'm going to come out all the way here with this. And this is going to be temporary. We're going to have to redo this whole thing. That's okay. It'll take a minute. So what this is going to do, though, is this is going to... Actually, let's go ahead and do a maze. Hold on. Let's go ahead and do it. It's going to be a temporary maze, but we're going to go ahead and do it so it passes by them. And this is not really the way I usually like to do the maze, but we'll do it this way for now. And like that. So this will allow the archers, or the slingers I should say, to go ahead and have more than 1 or 2 shots at them. Actually, did that wrong. Just do this. That, there we go, perfect. So we're gonna go here, just out like that. Take this off as well, this off, and I'm just outlining the maze, and then we'll make it too high so the zombies will not be able to get around it. Alright, so they will enter here. Just extend this out this way. Just do one more column, kind of like that. Okay, so they will enter here. They will have to go through this maze, go through here, through here, through here. So this will give them a long route to go, and will allow our slingers to actually get more than 1 shot on them. So there's that. Let's finish it off here. It is almost nighttime, so we can actually see how the maze works. Oops, no, that won't work. There we go. And that is what they call a maze. Amazing. Dun-dun-dun. I'm here all week. Okay. Let's go ahead and just kind of look. So from our archers, or I keep on calling them archers, our slingers' point of view, they will get more than... Did I not hire my other slinger? There we go. So that should be our slinger. He'll get something to eat, and he will head up here. But anyways, this will give our slingers more than 1 or 2 opportunities to actually hit the zombies. So very cool. Very cool. The way I usually like to do them though, so I don't like to do them on the top here. What I usually do, say if this was the entrance, what I would do is I can just show you here. I would go ahead and, okay, so that's 1. Yeah, see, so he can actually get him like that. But okay, so I just want to make sure, there we go. Let's turn on our light. I have to be wary of zombies. There's another one. Come on, buddy. Ooh, another one. Oh no. There we go. Okay. So I may not be able to show you this because I'm running around like a loony. Yeah, so basically I like to do it 2 in. So we have, so that's 2, so they would have to do it underground. So they would have to come through here. So that should then give our slingers the height advantage. Yeah, so he has to go, so he'll have to go there and then climb down there and then go up. Anyways, so let's just fill this in for now. But that's what I'll do when I go out to the edge here. So very cool. All right, I hope that made sense. So very cool. All right. So how is our, yeah, so we're making food, so we're doing good there, and we're good. So I think our next goal is definitely going to be mining out more stone and then doing a border around the whole place. So we have our basis of operations now, but I want to go ahead and expand it to as far as we can. So yeah, so I just start doing this. Anyways, so I think I'm going to do this off camera, and I will leave it here for now, guys. And I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, go ahead and let me know down in the comments, and if you guys have any suggestions on how I should build my colony, let me know that as well. And yeah, I hope everybody is staying safe and doing well, and don't forget to like the video, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Alright, I will see everybody very, very soon. Bye for now, guys.